now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Going insane, lately I can't too focused on you. It's changed, and I'm praying that things change so I can get close to you. No more games, I'm not playing, it's time to lay my mood. I just gotta play you. No, babe. Yeah, you feel it too. She said she felt that. She's telling me her feelings and I respect that. I'm showing I keep it real and she expect that. So we ain't gotta ask for receipts when I give her cash with the next bag. You thinking I'm the bomber through another frag. This might just be a hit, I threw another jab. You don't hit me back, then we are not a match. Cause I'm the hot type, yeah, this is not an act. Last night I couldn't breathe, it's like my lungs collapsed. When I text you, but you ain't text me back. What were you doing? Where were you at? Thought you was available, I fell in the trap. If you say let's disappear, then we fall off the map. If you say you need some love, and I fall in your lap. These are all facts, just the yelling cap. I'm out of my mind, I gotta call my doctor back. So focused on you. No, yeah, you feel it too. It hit me. Maybe it's the tequila, yeah, I'm litty. Still running my game and it's crispy. Never breaking us up like a Rice Krispie. Gotta stay sticky, icky. Tonight I'm going out and you coming with me. We gon' pour it up in the best fit. Blowing smoke in the air like the old hippies. I got you going wild like the old Britney. My game type, I step back, I call game. Like the buzzer beater, got the ops going insane. Since I brought you here, I know you leaving how you came. And the plan is to have you come over again and again. And now you got it all the game. We came for the appetizers, you got the main. Trying to build with you, that's why I brought the crane. A halo's in the room, baby, don't be saying. Lately I can't too focused on you. It's changed, and I'm praying that things change so I can get close to you. I wanna put up on you, no more games. I'm not playing, it's time to lay my mood. I just gotta play you. No, babe. Yeah, you feel it too. Yeah, heavy shit. High gang legend. Man, legend. I thought it was love. We made love. Damn, you got control of me. You ain't got control of me. I thought it was love. We made love. You got control of me. Ain't no control of me. Never tripping, feeling for your love. First class in the mix, you know what it was. Baby, like a midnight, baby, keep it up and you don't need a Red Bull. Girl, it's dedicated, baby. Pull up and come by, girl, I love the way you sing. And it's got five bottles, yeah, I should've bought a ring. Still tripping, it's me reminiscing, falling off my ripping ass. Perfect, she throwing that back, so I forget that you got control on me. But you can't let go of me. Be my Coretta Scott King, I be your MLK. Going through hell for your love and them badass kids. We should've split when I cheated. This love you can't receive it. Pop a perk up, pain pill, nah, you can't relieve it. It's like that we living, though it's cold on the other side. When I ain't there, talking about you don't care. So smoking cherry lemonade just to ease the pain. And the champagne wishes, toast the motivation. The black chick at home took a chance with passion. Say you haven't been in love, baby, I'm just asking. We made love, then you got control of me. Ain't no control of me. When we made love, then you got control of me. And ain't no control of me. No, no, no. When we made love, you got control of me.
I just want to run my business and do relationship with my friends, and that's it. That's it. That's it.
You are now tuned in to All Hustle and No Fear with your girl, the Hood Unicorn. Come on, let's go.
Back against the wall, last name against the rope. Middle finger stretched, if you thinking it's a joke, tell my friends I'm at the blow, 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 at the blow.
It's time for you to download the Enterprise Theater app on Roku TV. This platform has all of the content that you need, and All Hustle No Fear is in syndication right here on Enterprise Theater TV. So pick up your remote, download the app, and catch All Hustle No Fear and multiple platforms, multiple music videos, multiple movies at your leisure on Enterprise Theater TV on Roku. See you there.
Good morning, 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 good morning. How y'all doing today? It's your girl Sunshine Reigns, aka Griselda Blanca, aka Uni the Motivator, aka the Party Starter. But you tune in each and every morning because I am your Hood Unicorn. Good morning, people. I love it when you wake up with me. Wipe that cold out of your eye. You know what I'm saying? Kill that halitosis hellhound. Y'all know what a halitosis hellhound is, right? That's that shit that make your breath stink. And let's get this day started. Y'all already know I love to get you in with some positivity. I was listening to my motivational messages in the morning this morning because that's what I do. That's how I start my day. I got the spinny seat. I'm going to have to change this because no way in hell. But I start my day off with motivational messages because that's how I like to, bring my day in. Some of the first things that I do is making sure I allow myself to be flooded with positivity because how you wake up is very important. You know what I'm saying? If you wake up next to somebody and every morning you just like, you made it through the night again. God didn't take you in your sleep, huh? It was niggas that ain't never woke up, that niggas that ain't never died, that's dying now. I messed that all up, but you know what I mean. And your ass didn't make the cut. Okay. All right, we got another day, another chance. If you waking up like that and you unhappy, you need to change your surroundings, change your environment, or wake up with me and listen to me in the morning. I promise you, I'll make you feel good, baby. Hey, how y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? It's a beautiful day outside.
At least it is in ATL. I don't know what it's like where you at. It might be a little wet, but that's okay. You know, we need a little rain to make things shake. Shout out to all the people who is really about to be in the business because the pollen is coming, okay? You know how they be like, winter is coming? No, the pollen is coming, and it's already starting. So I know a couple of y'all is walking around doing that, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff like that. I feel for y'all. I don't really have pollinated issues. The plants, trees don't rape me. Okay. And if you don't know what that means, what I mean by that is pollen ain't nothing but sperm cells so that trees can, trees and plants can reproduce. So if they get up inside you and cause you issues, that's right. So I don't have them issues, but in October, whatever comes off the trees, whatever falls off the trees, baby, that punches me in the face like Mike Tyson, and I have no plans, okay? Like, it knocks me down. So I feel for y'all. I just don't feel for y'all yet. Hit me up in October when I just have a runny nose for no reason, okay? This morning, what I want to hit y'all with, or it came to me while I was putting on my eyelashes, shout out to the girls who put their eyelashes on every day and take them off every day because I could not. I do this too much to have nice eyelashes. I got to take my eyelashes off because I just do too much when I touch my hands, and something is in my eye right now and it is driving me bonkers. But I was listening this morning while I was doing my eyelashes, and it came to me that somebody needs this word. Somebody needs to be told it's okay. It's somebody out there right now who has been hustling and going hard, and the only thing you believe is that you got to grind it out. And I used to be you. I promise you, I used to be you. One of those people who never take a breath. One of those people who go from one thing to the next thing. One of those people who stay overly busy. One of those people who always talk about work, okay? I get it. Sometimes your work is your passion. And what do we talk about the most? We talk about our passions, right? But we also need to realize those moments where we just have to let everything go and relax. See, it's okay to turn off, turn down, slow down, kind of coast for a little bit. I'm not telling you that this needs to be a lifestyle. I'm telling you that just like with intermittent fasting, just like with intermittent exercising, where you go real hard and then you get a rest. You go real hard and you get a rest. You can't keep going real hard, baby. You got to slow down eventually. You got to rest. You got to give this machine, this is a machine. Whether you want to believe it or not, it is a machine, okay? You have to give this biological machine a chance to reset, to load, to buffer, whatever you want to call it. But if you continuously just keep bringing information in, keep flooding it with stimuli, you never give it a chance to analyze the information. Sleep is necessary. It is important. That is the chance for our subconscious to understand all of the things that we took in while we were conscious. It is a chance for us to dream and imagine. And you can sleep. You can dream while awake, but you need to sleep. Okay? So for those people that are out there who are just going hard, who haven't taken a chance to enjoy what they've accomplished, for those people who don't ever stop and pat yourself on the back, for those people who don't enjoy the fruits of your labor, I implore you, give that a chance. Okay. And sometimes it takes people on the outside to let us know that that's the issue that we're suffering from. In my case, that's exactly what it was. I can see them in my head as I'm talking to you about this. I can hear their voice. I can hear them saying, here she go again, talking about work. It can't always be about work, sunshine. And I feel my emotions feeling bad because I felt like in that moment, it wasn't necessarily about work. I was just really passionate. I was really excited. It's fun for me. right? But even if it's fun for you, just like I talked about yesterday, that sometimes you have to have a hobby that's not about being monetized. It's just about being a hobby. Even if your business, your passion project, your purpose is fun for you, it's not, work, as they say. It's just, this is what I enjoy. You still need rest. Okay? And I hope that hit the right person today. I hope somebody decides, you know what, instead of going 20 times hard today, I'm going to go sit down and look at the ducks. I'm going to go sit by some water and just let myself readjust, recuperate. You can't go hard all day, all the time. There has to be a point of rest. Right now, we're coming out of the point of rest. Mother Nature has been resting for the last couple of months, right? We're going through winter. So now it's time to blossom, to open up. But if you are doing this year round and you're not giving yourself a chance to rest, you're doing your mind, your body, and everything else a disservice. I have some of the greatest ideas when at rest because my brain isn't focused on every other thing that is focused on. It's just focused on rest. And the other part of that is to allow yourself to feel rested and be restful without feeling guilty. See, at first, when I would take my rest, I would be, what's the word you're looking for? Anxious. I would be anxious because I need to hurry up and get back to it. You know how like you resting, but you ain't really resting. You resting just long enough so you can go ahead and get started back up again. No, baby. When it's time to rest, shut that shit down and just enjoy the rest. Enjoy the pit stop. You can start it back up. But you have to give your body, you have to give your mind, you have to give your conscious and your subconscious, you have to give this machine a chance to rest. So here is your permission. If you needed it, if you didn't need it, if it's not something that you do, here's your permission to rest. All right? I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. And I hate to see when you're built up. I think that's a big problem with why society right now is so hot, so angry. Everybody to me look like that little thing from, what's that kid movie from Pixar about the emotions? You know how the dad was always the little red thing and he was always just mad and blowing his top? That's what y'all all look like to me. You don't have any calmness in your being. You ready to blow at any moment. And I think a lot of you just never get a chance to rest. You're just going. Give yourself that ability. Give yourself that grace. Okay? And if you can't get it, take it. Take it by force if you have to. And what I mean by that is, I know it's somebody saying, man, I got kids. I'm a single mom. I got to be around my kids all the time. I don't get a chance to rest. I close the door. They right there. I try to take a boo-boo. They sticking their hands underneath the door. I ain't got a chance to rest. Well, go sit in the car, take your phone, play a movie, and sit there and have your own moment. Roll the windows up, lock the door. Do not do it in your garage with the car on and the garage door down. You'll take a long rest. It'll be the longest rest of your life. Okay? Okay? Don't do that. But go walk at the park. Go to a movie. Take a long ass nap. Woo, naps are a beautiful thing. but find some way to rest. Y'all feel me with that one? Y'all feel me? Y'all understand what I'm saying? Find your moment to rest and do it unapologetically and do it without remorse. And do not allow anybody to let you feel guilty for what you need to do for you. That's my message for this morning. Okay? So we're going to get this thing-a-lang. I think I just realized that Inside Out, that's what the movie is called. Thank you, baby. I love y'all for always letting me know the things that I don't know. See, I be missing stuff sometimes, but I knew the movie. I heard they doing the Inside Out too. I can't wait to see that. I really like that. Good morning from Seattle. We got some people in here. Goon for Hire said, I can get lost in your eyes. Your face is art. Well, I had a real good mommy and daddy. They only did it once, though. I don't have no siblings with my mom and dad, but I do have siblings with my mom, and I have siblings with my dad. And I will be honest, my mom and dad both had good genetic makeup because all of my siblings, even the funny looking ones, are cute. Like, all of my siblings are cute, and it's hilarious to me. I made somebody mad one time because they was like, it's 5 girls. And I said, it's 5 of y'all? And they was like, yeah. I was like, and all 5 of y'all have the same mom and dad? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, so which one of y'all is the funny looking one? And she was like, what you mean? I was like, baby, let me explain something to you. When you have multiple kids of the same gender, one of them is going to come out looking funny. And it's because you're looking at them based upon all the rest of them. So I have, on my dad's side, I've got 5 brothers. They're all younger than me. They're all handsome. But if I really think about it, 2 of them is funny looking compared to the rest of us. Just a little funny looking. You know what I'm saying? But they all cute. They just a little funny looking. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying. Don't act like you don't know what I'm saying. That's why I'm really glad that I had a boy and a girl. My boy and my girl look like twins. They look like I just had the same kid 4 years apart, right? But because one's a boy and one's a girl, ain't nobody funny looking. They both look like what they supposed to look like. And I'm realizing my girl looks exactly like me as a child. I just don't have a lot of baby pictures. But I found one yesterday, and I'm gonna post a side by side of her and me. And I think if I show it to her, I don't think she'll know if it's her or not, because that's how close we look. Good genetic makeup. So thank you very much. It's in my genes. I don't have no nothing done. This is my real nose. This how my lips came out. I ain't even got my teeth whitened yet. I ain't got that rich yet. But I'm telling you, when I do, your girl gonna keep that little side tooth. I don't care what y'all say. Everybody always want to fix that side tooth. No, I'm gonna keep that. Praise God from LA. Hello, Tamisha. How you doing? We got Grandma Sherio here from Seattle. Hey, Seattle. Of course, Mr. Pastor Get Right is in the building. He gave me some homework to look up. Brandon Bob said good morning from, he just said my outfit looked nice. We got Virginia Beach in the building, and we got Georgia. What's up? Good morning. Somebody asked me one time, why do I tell people where folks are listening from or where y'all at? Because Hits 92.3 is not a terrestrial radio station. We are not just here in Atlanta. We are worldwide, baby. Worldwide. So I need to, say hi to all my people around the world. What's up? Hey, Australia. How y'all doing? Ghana loves me. Hey, Ghana. We also have listeners down in Brazil. How you doing? What's another good place that listens to us? Quebec. We got some good listeners out there in Quebec and the UK. So thank you so much. This is episode 496. 4 more episodes to go, and I will hit the 500 mark. I am so excited. I am so proud of myself. This is going to be a good day. I've been looking up different things. People said find old videos to play for y'all. So next week, I've got some old videos, some throwbacks that I'm going to bring back around. Some people who came in that I just, really glad to be able to see some of that. If you know me, you know the station, and you want to pop up, as of right now, the 500th episode will land on Thursday next week, okay? Unless something happens and I can't come in between now and Thursday is the day that 500 episodes will hit. So we're going to have some fun. I might bring in some tequila, something like that. We might be drinking, but we definitely going to have a ball. So if you know me, if you support me, if you're able to get in here, we will be here on Thursday having a really good time. Okay. And I might even come in at 7 a.m. that day and run a whole show, run a 3-hour show instead of running a 2-hour show, the modified show. It just depends on if I got to take my kid to school. Y'all know lately I've been having to take her, so I had to modify my day, but that's okay. We make sacrifices for our kids, and I'm cool with it. It's not a problem. Hello from Stockbridge. Hello. Seattle is in the building. Grand Rising from Boston. How you doing? Somebody said my hair looks beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And do you like Mexican food? Because I'm trying to make you my burrito. Oh, I'm about to use that one. I like that one. Usually I be like, you must be from Tennessee because you the only 10 I see. Y'all know I like corny stuff, right? I'm a cornball. I love the corny stuff. Anyways, let's see who we got out there today. Teacher Anitra is in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, T Slick. How you doing today? Good morning. Good morning. Let's get this thing-a-langin'. So, okay, I really think I already talked to y'all because on Thursday we talk about weeds, right? We talk about cannabis, we talk about weeds. And I feel like I already talked to you guys about these 3. No, I did. Okay, no, I did. I got new stuff. Here we go. It's time to talk about weed. Weed is a drug, folks. It's a plant, not a drug, my bad. Weed is a plant, folks. It just grows like this. And I don't remember my monologue real quick, so let me pull it up so I can tell y'all this monologue because I haven't told you in a while. Southwest DeKalb High School graduate from 95 in the building. What's up? Pebblebrook. Okay, my bad. Here at All Hustle No Fear, we believe in the decriminalization and the legalization of cannabis. To combat the bastardization and the negative stigma given to the plant, we like to toss in some positive news for you. Weed is a plant, folks, and it's also big business like tobacco and alcohol. So let's start acting like adults and have adult conversations about the pot business. All right, here we go. And I just need to drop that for y'all every once in a while, just so y'all can understand why I talk about weed every week. I don't want it to seem as though it's a degenerate thing. It's more so bringing light to something that's been in the dark, to break the stigma of the propaganda. Because there's people making good money off of weed right now that look like this. And there's people that's still going to jail for having a seed in their car who look like this. Okay. There was a story in Atlanta a couple of days ago where a young man lost his life by MARTA police because they were stopping him because he was smoking weed on the by the trains, not on the train, but when you're getting on the trains on the platform, he was smoking weed there, and they shot and killed that boy. But I will say, in their defense, he did pull out a gun on them. So, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. But they shouldn't have drawn guns on him if it would have just been about the cannabis. And I'm waiting for more to come out before I talk about it, like really talk about it. But look it up. All right. This first one is called Weed and Titties. Woo! They didn't move, did they? I wish Alix was here. Hers would have jumbled and jiggled and all kind of stuff. Mine just I did my shoulders. My shoulders moved. My shoulders moved. All right, let's see. Waiting on the computer. I'm coming. Hold on. Here we go. All right. Watley property owners proposed a topless cannabis dispensary. Okay. This is out in Massachusetts. Yes, I said Massachusetts. I can't say that word right. My tongue too fat. The idea of opening a topless cannabis dispensary at Club Castaway has brought the attention of the town of Watley Select Board last week. During the Watley Board meeting held on Thursday, February 16th, owners Nicholas Spangola and Julius Sokol spoke about the possible plans for Club Castaway located at 226 State Road. 226 State Road LLC purchased the property on in August of 2019 for $425,000, according to public records. Spangola told the select board that pop-ups. They had to close shortly after buying the club due to the coronavirus pandemic. Club Castaway owners plan to reopen the strip club within 60 days and at some point transition into a marijuana dispensary. They approached the Watley Select Board to put the idea out for feedback of opening it as a retail marijuana business. Spangola told Watley Select Board that an agreement is being made with Shine Dine LLC to purchase their cannabis provisional license that was issued by the Cannabis Control Commission to open a recreational dispensary. The business partners are trying to figure out what the best use for the property is. And they said, our goal is to operate a topless dispensary and to remove nude dancing and alcohol from the license. One of the questions from the select board member asked Spangola who was going to be topless, and he stated, "Who's going to be topless? It may surprise you, but we've never had a shortage of employees to work at Castaways." Okay. I do think some of our former employees that we've worked with would love to be involved with something like this. We're confident we can create the protocol to create a safe working environment like we did at Castaways. I think we can come up with a framework that works for businesses, that drives business to the site, and just come up with management protocol that makes the whole concept a win-win. The idea here is to have an open discussion about it before we put more time and effort and other people's time and effort into it. So what do you guys think? Would you go, stupid question, would you go to a topless dispensary? And the real question is, would you pay more money for your weed because the person who gave it to you was topless? And I haven't been, if there's anybody out here that lives in places where cannabis is legal and they have legal dispensaries, please let me know. Do you tip your bud tenders? Okay, so the people who are going out and they're giving you the bud, they're letting you smell it, they're telling you all about the trichomes and the way they made it. Like when a bud tender is somebody who absolutely knows and understands everything about the cannabis, and they serve you, right? Do you tip them or do you just buy it outright? Because if you don't tip them, then the question becomes, if her titties are out, do you tip her? Because I'm telling you right now, if my titties are out, I expect a tip. Titties, tip. They just go together. It rolls off your tongue. Like, you're not about to sit up here. Well, maybe not my little boy nipples, my little braille nipples. But if you got somebody like Alix with her boobies out, you're gonna go ahead and she's not doing that for free. She needs an extra tip. I want to know how much these young ladies are getting paid. Period and point blank. Weed is a high value business, so don't tell me you don't have enough money to pay me. You got money to pay me well. I wouldn't do this for less than $30-$40 an hour if my titties are out and I'm not getting tipped. That's just it. Now, if I'm getting tipped, I might take $25 an hour and plus tips, but period. Y'all gonna pay me for this. That's just how I feel. I'm currently in Boston. Taxes for it is $3+ and there's tip jars already. A tip jar is completely they got tip jars at Moe's. Okay, they got tip jars at Subway. They titties ain't out. Okay, there's a difference. Okay, because if you go to the strip club and a dancer dance in front of you, you better put some money on the floor. As a matter of fact, it's a minimum per dance, and whatever you tip is not included in that dance price. Trust me, I know. I messed around. Anybody from Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about. I messed around and went to Dirty Rats over off of Fulton Industrial one time, and this girl put matches in her nipples, and they stayed, and she lit them bad boys on fire and was doing all of this. So I'm just throwing money on the floor. I'm like, oh my God, I ain't never seen nothing like this before. Throwing tips. I know that she only did 2 dances for me. I know she had $40 on that floor. She gonna look at me and say, it's $5 a dance. I said, ma'am, I gave you more than $5. All this money on the floor? She said, no, that's the tip. That's the tip. You still owe me for the dances I did. Ma'am! Okay, I got your ass. I don't need 2 booties. I don't need 2 booties because y'all too expensive for me. I just threw you $50 on the floor and you asking me for another 10. Bitch, try me. So, with that being said, if I'm serving you weed with my boobies out, that ain't the tip jar, bruh. Nah. I'm gonna need you to be throwing money while I'm sitting up here. Could you imagine? It's just money throwing in the air and you smelling weed. Talking about, yeah, that weed smell good. Let me throw this money in the air for you. Let me smell another one. I really want to see how they work this out. I really want to see how they work this out. Who out there? Who? Let's see. Greenfinger said they need to call the dispensary TNT, tits and terpenes. I love it. TNT. I like that. T Slick said, I'll be like Alix and get them big old bitties away from, I'd be like Alix, get them big old bitties away from my weed. I know, right? You're getting all the good stuff all up on the titties, man. You taking all the stuff. Put the titties away. Good morning, Big Red. How you doing? T Slick just over here cracking up. And they had enough nerve to say they don't do that at the liquor store. And they shouldn't. Because winos. Okay? Could you imagine? See, I ain't pulled my chair back in a long time. Could y'all imagine at the liquor store, the man walking in talking about, Igga, I see you with them tick old bitties out there. Let me get an MD 4040. let me get a Mad Dog 4040 and 2 licks of that titty itty. Yeah, nah. Nope. Y'all not about to do that. That's what you're not about to do. Okay, that's what you're not about to do. Shout out to the girl I see at the spot the other night. She was only about 23 and she was drinking Mad Dog 2020, and I felt for her. Like, I felt real bad for her, because what's going on in your life that at this young you need to be drinking Mad Dog 2020? This is a 35. No, I'm not even gonna say 35. This is a 55 and up drink. You know what I'm saying? What? Mad Dog 2020 is just as bad as Wild Irish Rose. That's not even alcohol. That is that's ether. Like you can't just sip on that. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You use that to make some real fucked up hunch punch. You do not use that to just be sipping on, walking around underground, whoever you were, okay? And I am talking about you. Right, I have never. Okay? Be tripping. Let's see what else we got over here. Let me know. Would y'all pay extra to buy y'all weed with titties? With titties out? I think I'd pay a $10 surplus tax on that for some titties. This one really threw me. So we already call school a prison pipeline, right? So it's from school to prison. And a lot of the similarities between schools and prisons is very prevalent now. It might not have been as prevalent when I was in elementary schools back in the 90s and the 80s, but these kids now, they don't get recess. They don't get to go out on the yard. Food is horrible. It look like damn prison food. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's giving, it's giving setup, right? But this is weird. Texas high schoolers are being jailed on felony charges for vaping. Felony charges for vaping? Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I think this is effed up. Because if you go to these white schools, them little white kids up there smoking cigarettes, they vaping, they doing the same exact things that the kids in the urban areas are doing. There is no difference. And not only that, they popping their mama's pills, they snorting doggone Adderall and everything else. But you never setting they kids up to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? They kids go to Ivy League, right? Listen to this. When kids walk into the gas station near high school in this rural stretch of North San Antonio, they come face to face with Texas' booming market in psychoactive hemp derivatives. Just inside the door, a glass cabinet entices shoppers of a smorgasbord of fruity and donut-flavored vape pens dressed in vibrant, shiny packaging. The store, like many across Texas, is promoting its collection of Delta 8 and other new strains of purportedly legal THC. Any adult over the age of 21 can buy vapes at Valero, but if the Como Independent School District catches one of its students down the road at Smithsonian Valley High School with a pound cake flavored vape, they may end up in county jail facing felony charges that would follow them for the rest of their life. School officials and local law enforcement are attempting to stymie the sometimes dangerous youth vaping craze by drawing a hard line. Students are offered $100 for anonymously reporting classmates with THC vape pens to the police. So now you paying people to be snitches. Y'all, this is a very slippery slope. And as a parent, it's time for y'all to step up and say, no, not my kids. Not my kids. We're not going to do this. We're not going to allow this. Since the sheriff deputies assigned to the schools often can tell if a vape pen, contains THC. Wait a minute. How can you tell if a pen got THC in it or if it's just one of these jewels? How y'all can tell the difference? I want to know. I want to know how y'all can tell the difference. Do you test it? Like, no, I don't believe that. But whether or not it's Delta 8 or the illegal Delta 9 cannabis oil, they assume the worst, slap cuffs, and leave it for someone else to figure out. That's what happened to Miles Leon, a Smithson Valley senior, arrested at school in October with what he says was a Delta 8 vape pen. At 17, he is considered an adult in the Texas criminal system, facing a felony charge based on, as yet unproven, assumption that the vape pen he was caught holding contained the illegal Delta 9. They instantly think it's illegal THC. I don't think they really care about the difference, Miles said in December, hunched next to his mother on their living room couch, because I said that it was Delta 8 and it didn't matter. They're still going to arrest me anyways. When Texas legalized hemp in 2019, the lower potency THC naturally found in small amounts in the cannabis plant, Delta 8, suddenly no longer fit the state's definition of illegal marijuana and THC, and the market capitalized on the notion of the legal strain of THC. The companies began boosting the concentration of Delta 8 to make hemp-derived vape pens and edibles that produce a high similar to pot. The legality of these lab-produced Delta-8 products still under scrutiny, but for more than a year, stores and users have freely sold and purchased them without issue. If teens get caught with vape pens that are proven to contain only Delta-8, the worst criminal penalty that they would most likely face would be a ticket, similar to being caught with cigarettes or alcohol. But Delta-9 THC, the most prolific psychoactive compound in marijuana cannabis plants, remained illegal in Texas in concentrations higher than 0.3. Vape pens with marijuana-derived extracts are legal in many states, like New Mexico and Colorado, but not in Texas. And the criminal punishments for such derivatives are harsher than for marijuana. Possession of even one illegal THC vape pen can carry a punishment of up to 10 years. Let's stop there. So you're telling me that, one, the people who just sold this to me not about to get in trouble, because it's supposed to be 21 and up anyway, but I was able to get my hands on it as a high school student. Now I'm in high school and I'm doing something that might not necessarily be the best thing for me, but let's be honest, they were smoking cigarettes in Greece, right? So this is not like this is a new generation kid thing. No, kids have been smoking cigarettes, doing things that we tell them not to do from the beginning of frickin' time. So now what you want to do is, because your prisons don't have enough bodies in them, you want to go and start collecting our children. That's what this is saying. That you can put my 17-year-old son in federal prison, because this is Fed time. They said this is a felony charge. You can put my 17-year-old tender-ass baby in jail for 10 freaking years of his life. From 17 to 27 is such a pivotal moment in an adult's life that when he gets out at 27, he's gonna be back in by the time he's 30, because you haven't allowed him to grow up correctly within society. This is extremely detrimental to the health of our children, more than whatever vape pen they hitting. Like this right here, this, whoo, my blood pressure just went up. Let me calm down just a little bit, because I'm thinking about some of the stupid crap that I did when I was in high school. You know, just being honest. I know I smoked at least once or twice when I was in high school. I know I drank a couple of times when I was in high school. I've never been a cigarette smoker. I've never had a cigarette even touch or grace my lips. But I had friends who did. And the idea that they could have went to jail for 10 years for a cigarette is asinine. But y'all gonna make these kids go to jail for 10 years for a vape pen. A vape pen? Are you serious right now? This isn't helping our society. You're not helping society by putting children in jail with full-grown criminals so that they can be I need to know how y'all feel. Let me make sure this phone line is turned on. 404-254-4347. 404-254-4347. Give me 2 seconds. Let me make sure this phone is turned on. I'm going to read some of these comments. Hold on. Okay. Phone lines are on. You guys can call. Let's see. We've got some comments. Hey, Pathfinder, how you doing? Currently in Boston. I read that. Horrible. No way it's a setup and not beneficial or helpful to anyone. Unless it's marketing on it, then you cannot tell. Exactly. I feel this is a way for kids to get caught up in the system. These are all by Heather Bentley 80. Thank you so much. And yes, I feel exactly the same way. This is just yet another way to get our kids caught up in the system and put in the rat race and in the trap. And I absolutely, y'all need to, if you are in Texas and and you know where I'm talking about, this is your chance to stand up. See, this is the thing. A lot of times in our community, we complain about what's going on, but we don't step up and stand out. This is your time that you need to be at the school board meetings. This is the time where you need to be writing the sheriff. This is the time where you need to be contacting your congress member, your alderman, whatever, and say, leave my babies alone. Because what are you going to do when for the school year 15 kids have been put in jail for having vape pens? 30 kids have been arrested for having vape pens, and they can't tell whether or not it was a Juul or whether or not it was actual THC Delta 9 or where it was THC Delta 8 or whether it was a CBD pen. You can't tell. But this police officer said, well, this little kid I just gave this kid $100. He said they had a vape pen, so now you got to go to jail. What? This is the crazy. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Let's see. T Slick said, school prepares our children for prison. Greenfinger said, I'll stab my kids if they use that Delta 8 shit. Okay, look, don't. Yeah, but just say whoop. I'll whoop my kids. That's some real white people shit. We're not gonna stab them, but we'll whoop them. Okay. Teacher Anitra said the TSA never knows because I always carry mine. T Slick said if I'm charged as an adult, why is it a charge for vaping? I get what you're saying. So the young man in the story is 17 years old. And the state of Texas says at 17, you can be charged as an adult. So if you can charge me as an adult and treat me as an adult, why isn't it that I have enough mindset as an adult, because you just called me an adult, to say that it's okay for me to smoke this? And don't tell me that, oh, there's no smoking on school grounds, because I know way too many teachers who during their lunch break step out and they go smoke in the hall, like not in the hallway, but down the way, they go get their little cigarette puff or whatever. So no drugs on school should be no drugs on school. Cigarettes, vape pens, everything. That should mean no drugs on school. Absolutely. This is, I don't like this. I don't like this. Let's see. Bowman Lee is in the building. He said, hey, Unicorn, what's your email? I deleted all my social media. I'll send you my email. Give me a second. Let's see. What's up, Metaphysically Me? They say they call it the school to prison pipeline. Exactly. Big Red says, I love you, but kids have to understand consequences. Understanding consequences could be something like getting expelled from school, Big Red. Understanding consequences is not putting my 17-year-old child in jail for a felony for a mistake that he made. And when I say mistake, I mean being stupid, for a vape pen for 10 years. There's also excessive. This crime does not fit the time. It just doesn't. No one. How should I go to jail for a non-violent offense for 10 years? And there's people who have raped people who don't go to jail for 10 years. Make it make sense. This is a child we're talking about. They're stupid. They're supposed to make mistakes, but their mistake shouldn't have to follow them into adulthood. We're talking about a felony. You can't get a felony off your record in some places. We're talking about not being able to get housing. We're talking about not being able to get a job. We're talking about like this felony would completely change this child's life. You're not going to tell me that this equates. You can't tell me that this equates, Big Red. So you're telling me if your daughter, because you got a daughter, right? She like 16, right? What if one of her friends put a vape pen, because this can be very, don't call me on my phone. I'm on the line. This can be very, okay, we know that there are mean girls. We know that people set folks up. We know that we got stories of people taking their friends to damn Mexico and fighting them and killing them in Mexico. So what happens Hey, Red, give me 2 seconds. Let me just finish my statement. So what happens when I want to set you up and get you in trouble? I drop a vape pen in your purse, or I drop a vape pen in your backpack, and then I go run to the police officer and be like, I saw such and such with a vape pen. I get $100. I done set you up. I get $100, and now you going to jail. You got to prove it. You talking about this ain't mine. I ain't never seen it before. Well, it's on you, and possession is 9/10 of the law. So guess what? We already got reports that you had this vape pen. We found the vape pen on you. Now you got a felony, and it wasn't yours. And don't tell me people wouldn't do that, because I know people would set folks up like that. Period. This is not a good thing. This is not good. Go ahead, Red.
I'm not saying it's not excessive. It is excessive. What I am saying, though, is where are the fathers in this situation? We live in a society, as of today, when we were kids, yeah, we knew high school kids who smoked cigarettes. We knew teachers who smoked cigarettes. All that's one thing. But as we've moved into this new wave, yes, the prison to pipeline, it's like the school to prison pipeline is a real thing. Where are the fathers teaching these children that when it comes to the real world, there are consequences to your actions? I'm not saying everything that you said as far as, yes, it's excessive and all that, I'm with you on that. But why are these kids smoking anyway? Let's start there. Where's the parents at in this?
Well, we can say that about your generation.
But that's what I'm saying. But
they're kids. Kids are
not
going to do anything that you say they shouldn't do. That's just what children do. That's a part of growing up and learning.
And guess what comes with that? If you're in that particular area doing that particular thing, the consequences that come with it are real and severe. It sucks, but hey, it is what it is. The real world is not giving you any breaks. Once you get out of high school and you are on your own, you have real responsibilities, real things to take care of. We have to be accountable, and we have to teach our children this now. It's not something that you wait on till they're 15, 16, 17, thinking they can do whatever they want, and there's no consequence to it.
Okay, so if a ninth grader gets caught with a vape pen, you think it's okay to give that ninth grader a 10-year felony charge?
No, I'm not. No, I don't agree. It is excessive. I've stated that. I'm agreeing with you on that part. But what I'm also saying is, where are the fathers at telling these kids that men have to deal with consequences? So if you are a father, the first thing I'm teaching my young children, especially if they can, once that they have an understanding of comprehension and understand, if you do this, there are consequences that are going to come with that. And there are things that you're going to get caught up in some situation that me, as your father, your protector, I cannot get you out of. Just don't put yourself in that situation, and you don't have to deal with it. Period.
And I get what you're saying, and I understand that. But, okay, so T-Slick says, you say where is the fathers? It's a setup for us to not be there. That's where the fathers are at, especially if you're black. So what if the fathers got arrested for something stupid that wasn't their fault? Not saying it wasn't their fault, but the way society is set up, there are situations where, come on now, you're fucking with me, right? So this where the father's at part, it kind of makes me itch in a way, because we're blaming the children, or we're not blaming, but we're passing the torch off to kids, and we're like, okay, well, y'all don't have fathers telling y'all not to do this, but y'all did it anyway, so this is the consequences of that because y'all didn't learn. But that's not the children's fault that the father decided, I didn't want to have kids, so I left, or I don't like your ignorant ass mama, so I left, or whatever else, or whatever the case may be. This is a law. These were fathers that passed this law. These were fathers and mothers of other people who said this is absolutely acceptable for these children. But of course, the way laws work and the way money work, when it comes down to my kids, they're not gonna have this problem. We cannot sit up here and pretend like if this happens up in in upstate or the nice areas of Texas or wherever this law was passed at, that 404-254-4347. Let me keep the phone lines open so some other people can call, Red, okay?
You good.
Okay. We can't sit up here and say that, okay, so it's gonna happen in the ghetto parts of Texas, but it's not gonna happen in upper state Texas, or it's not gonna happen with the kids whose parents got money or proverbially have the mom and dad in the house. I don't even like this whole where are the mom and dads thing, because it makes it sound like it's an African American issue, whether you're trying to make it sound like it or not. Automatically, our brain automatically thinks African American when we think missing fathers, but there are white people who don't have mom and dad in the house. It's tons of people or social. There we go. Hello. Did I do it right? All hustle no fear. I think I did it wrong. Hold on. Y'all know I'm my own engineer, right? Okay. All hustle, no fear.
Yeah, it sounds like you need me to come help you.
Don't play with me. Y'all don't want to wake up and play and do this every day. But let me finish my statement and then we'll get to you. So
Okay.
Basically, we can't pretend like African American homes or communities are the only ones that are missing the fathers out of them. There are a lot of people that are walking out, that are stepdaddies, that are whatever. But we can't pretend like this is not something that's mainly going to affect the lower income African American, Black and brown communities, because that's exactly who it's going to affect. It's just exactly what it's going to do. That's who they're going to target. This isn't going to be targeted by Caucasian kids with trust funds. It's just not. This is a law for Black people. Period. Go ahead, caller.
All right, this Slick.
Hey, what's up, Slick?
Not much. I have an 18-year-old, right?
Okay.
So, and I have 6 daughters, 1 son. My oldest is 18, my son's 15, and I have a 14-year-old. I'm speaking on the oldest ones because this is the one that I'm really dealing with a lot of issues with right now.
Mm-hmm.
My 18-year-old go to court tomorrow for driving, got weed in the car and everything. Now, this is my thing. I allowed my daughter to smoke at the age of 17.
Mm-hmm.
But I put stipulations on it. She could smoke only in the household. I told her if she got caught driving with the weed, she get pulled over, get arrested, she's going to sit there until I feel like coming to get it. That was my consequence to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, he keeps like Red saying, like, where's the fathers? Where's the fathers? We all know how this goes, whether it works out with the mother or if it don't. But even in the event when it doesn't work out with the mother, how often the father's actually in the picture for real. And when it comes down to it, it's not even about us being there or the mother being there. It's about showing them the consequences before they even run into the problem. It's not even about keeping them away from the vapes or keeping them away from the weed, because at the end of the day, they're going to do it, just like we did. We had a choice and we chose to do it. They did too. So the only difference is we wasn't taught the consequences. We had to figure out the consequences on our own. Being that we know the consequences now, we should be passing them on to our children before they walk out the door. Even whether that's dealing with bullies, whether that's dealing with the police, whether that's dealing with other race, whatever the case may be, we already done dealt with it. So why it should never be a problem with no children in this day and age. We fall short with teaching them the consequences versus trying to hide everything from them. That's what we fall short at. And for me personally, even with the court system, I'm teaching my daughter how to deal with the court system. Granted, she got caught with it. Okay, now you got to pay for your fine. You got to pay for this charge.
Where do you guys live?
I can't see her going to do 10 years for this. I'm going to ask them to replace me for that. I can't see that because I'm a father with 7 felonies. I know what it is to have felonies and not being able to apply for a home. I just got my first home 2 years ago. And keep in mind, I didn't even get it on my own. I still had assistance there. And if I didn't have that assistance, I still would have no home. So it is fucked up. It's still fucked up in the sense. So the only thing that we can do when it comes down to it is prepare them for the consequences versus trying to just sugarcoat shit. That's what we lost. We lost because we tried to sugarcoat shit and give our children everything that we didn't get.
Now, thank you so much for your call, caller, and keep tuning in. We love it. We love it.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree. We have to hold our children accountable. We have to let them answer to their mistakes. I just really feel as though this particular answer to them trying to combat kids from doing something, this is a cause. The causality of it is we don't want kids smoking at school. I get that. So there needs to be a repercussion. This is the repercussion for kids smoking at school. Why did the repercussion go from 0 to 90? That's my issue on this. I absolutely agree. Whether it's fathers, mothers, whoever the parental person is in this child's life, you need to be talking to your kids about consequences, being a upstanding citizen, understanding that what you do has repercussions. I absolutely agree with you, Red. Whether it's a mother or a father, hey, whatever, right? Because let's just be honest, we've got kids that got two mommies or got a they and a thee as a mommy. Okay, so we can't even say it or a mommy and a daddy, or you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, whatever your parental guidance is upon a young, influential mind, yes, you do need to make sure that that person that is growing up under your care understands that if you do something stupid, you're going to win a stupid ass prize. I get that. What I'm saying is, and I understand that you agree with me, Red, and anyone else that's listening to me, this is just for everybody else as a surmise. What I'm saying is we need to step up for our kids in this particular instance and go to the powers that be and say, wait a minute, y'all took this way too far. I don't want my kids to spend no time in jail for a vape pen, but why can't we make them look, Old National dirty as hell. Why not make all the kids that get caught with vape pens, and I'm just using Old National because I live in Atlanta, okay? All the kids that get caught from the school over on around Old National, if you get caught with a vape pen, you got to clean from the Walmart on Old National all the way down to the Target they tore down. I'd rather see a kid doing that than go to jail for 10 years and get a freaking felony. This is excessive, this is weird, and this is wrong. Absolutely wrong. Okay? And that's what this show is about. I can talk about ass all day. We can kiki and ha ha, but what we need to know is what's going on in our community so that we can stand up and say, wait a minute, that's not the type of society I want to be a part of. I don't want to be a part of any society that's putting children in jail with monsters. I don't want that. Because all you're doing is creating a new level of monsters. When that child was in school, you took them out of school to give them a completely different kind of education. And the education that they're going to get in jail is not the kind of education that you want for an upstanding citizen in society. That's just not. This is wrong. This is wrong. Okay? We got to go ahead and go to our first break. Baby, you know what? If we keep having conversations like this, I might have to figure out a way to get somebody to take my daughter to school because I need some more time. And I got the time. I could come in at 7. I just choose to come in at 8 so I can take my daughter to school. But baby, if we keep talking like this and y'all keep calling in, I might have to go ahead and snatch up my other hour because this was a good conversation. This was a really good conversation. T Slick, since you live in Atlanta, you make sure you come up to the station on Thursday, okay, for my 500 episode. I'd love to see you in the building and to meet up with you. And then I believe Rodney Watson sent you, right? If Rodney is the one who sent you, tell him bring his ass down here too, okay? We're going to go ahead and we are going to go to a break real quick, but when we get back, we have my favorite segment of the week. We've got Weird Science, and I've got some weird shit to show y'all. Okay. Who watched The Big Bang Theory? Like, really watch The Big Bang Theory, because these scientists done watched The Big Bang Theory. At least that's what I think they done did. They done watched The Big Bang Theory and came up with some real freaky shit. Like, would you like to do some long distance kissing? Because that's what scientists done came up with. We're gonna talk about that when we get back. We also gonna talk about Close My Fridge. We keep thinking that refrigerators is a new thing, but archaeologists have found that some folks back in ancient times already had some refrigerators. I wonder if they called it a refrigerator though, not a refrigerator, because that's how I call it. All right. Someone, Big Red says someone needs to run that superintendent of that district. Yeah, somebody does need to run for superintendent of that district, and somebody needs to run for sheriff, because the sheriff was a part of that. You know what I'm saying? The sheriff okayed this dumb shit. So y'all need new both of them. It's time to vote for real. Okay. And for all those black people out there who be like, oh, I don't vote because, you know, it doesn't have an effect on me. But that's just me. All right, y'all. This is All Hustle, No Fear. Let me see. What we gonna play? We've been talking about drugs, so we're gonna play some Officially Made with Drugs in My Car right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Hey, T Slick, hopefully this don't trigger your daughter.
Hey, bro. Bro, what the hell is you in here listening to, boy?
You already know, man.
In love, ain't you?
Goddamn, bro.
Who she is, bro?
Man.
Who is she? Where the hell we finna go?
It's something. It's something you should know. I got drugs in my car, drugs inside my car, drugs inside my car. I got a stick on me too.
Damn, bro, why you tell me? Damn, bro, why you tell me?
Drugs inside my car, drugs inside my car. I got the stick on me too.
Damn, bro, why you tell me? Damn, bro, why you tell me?
They told me stay at home. Shit ain't put up the phone.
Man, I ain't put a gun in your head. Man, you know you grown.
Hey, stop trying to hide that shit. Don't make no sudden moves.
Hey, I gotta hide that sack. Man, I got too much to lose.
Alright, okay, be cool. His ass just got out the car.
Can't do nothing but be smooth. You just stay where you are.
Alright, bet. Don't start sinking, daddy. Something you should know.
What?
I got drugs in my car. Drugs inside my car. Drugs inside my car. I got a stick on me too.
Damn, bro, why you tell me? Damn, bro, why you tell me?
Drugs inside my car. Drugs inside my car. I got the stick on me too.
Damn, bro, why you tell me? Damn, bro, why you tell me?
Hey, everything gon' be alright.
Okay.
Just sit back, hold tight.
Hey, yeah, I know my dog, but I can't throw away my life.
Hey, this is all on me, not on you. Yeah, I know that you had that situation and been down this road before.
Hey, we two peas in the pod. You was there when life was hard.
Hey, I appreciate that, bro, but I'm the one taking the charge.
Yeah, facts. Well, I guess we gotta sit right here and wait, bro.
Yeah, I know, but I'm blessed, so we gon' be straight, bro.
Cool.
Hey.
We spent our lives in the hood, and ain't no limit to the drugs they dealin'. The drugs they dealin'. Yeah, we spent our lives in the hood, and ain't no limit to the drugs they drugs they dealing.
Hey, the secret's out. Hits 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right, you could become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You don't have experience? That's okay. You don't live in Georgia? That's okay. You don't know what to do now? Now that's not okay. But your girl is here to help you out. Email us today at hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show with Hits. Again, that email address is hits923newshow@gmail.com. Don't be last. The slots are filling fast.
Chillin' with the gang, drinking all the brown liquor, thinking about the plans we're working on. Gotta come quick, oh na na na. Oh na na na. Oh. Couple fire boys, I'm a tough out. I'm a tough out. Couple new songs and they all out. Yeah, they all out. Couple brown liquor, all now, all now, all now. Finally up next, so we on now. Finally up next, so we on now. Couple fire balls, I'm a tough out. I'm a tough out. Yeah, tough out. Couple little songs and they all out. Yeah, they all out. And they all out. Couple brown liquor, all now. Yeah, all now, all now. Yeah, yeah. Finally up next, and we on now. Finally up next, and we on now. Yeah, sleep in peace of mind. Yeah, failed 1,000 times. Yeah, live a life of lessons. Now my wins they multiply. Yeah, checks of rapping, acting. Moves are calculated. So if you wanna holler, then Venmo me the payment. Cause I'm focused on the catalog. Bump whoever hated. I'm in my own position. And ain't no one adjacent. Yeah, always loving. Like the building up. To inspire is do or die on my clock, on my time, man. Y'all. Couple fire balls, I'm a tough out. I'm a tough out. Couple new songs and they all out. Yeah, they all out. Couple brown liquor, all now, all now, all now. Finally up next, so we on now. Finally up next, so we on now. Couple fire balls, I'm a tough out. I'm a tough out. Couple new songs and they all out. Yeah, they all out. Couple brown liquor, all now, all now, all now. Finally up next, so we on now. Finally up next, so we on now. Could've signed the files away, but everything mine though. Need all of that. Why sign a deal for files that I own for me to give it right back? Need my contract, max, Lindor money, 10 plus independent grind on my own time. I don't race nobody else, but if I did, I'm clocking up Hall of Fame time. Florence, Jordan, A-I-C-H, woo. I see my life change before my eyes. Wait, the shit looking great. Cab side, right on the beach with a queen of mine. Think about everything I dreamed that I would get to live and still have enough to have scenic vibes. Couple fireballs, I'm a tough out. I'm a tough out. Couple new songs and they all out. Yeah, they all out. Couple brown liquor, all now, all now, all now. Finally up next, so we on now. Finally up next, so we on now. Chillin' with the gang, drinking all the brown liquor, thinking about the plans we working on. Gotta come quick, oh na na na. Oh na na na. Oh. Chillin' with the gang, drinking all the brown liquor, thinking about the plans we working on. Gotta come quick, oh na na na. Oh.
each and every time. If you have really good music, if you want your music promoted across all of my platforms, I'm on Roku, I'm on Spotify, I'm on YouTube, Facebook, I'm everywhere. If I got your music, I promote your music. All you got to do is submit it at allhustlenofear.com. We take music as in an MP3, and we actually take music videos as well. So if you got it, give it to me, and I'm going to spin it, B. 2-bar, baby! Oh, she showed us. She ain't been around in a minute. I ain't heard that 2-bar baby in a minute, though, but she fly. She fly. All right, let's keep this thing langin'. Let's keep this thing langin'. All right, it is time for Weird Science. Weird Science is those fun times where we talk about things that are going on in the scientific community, because I'm a nerd and I like nerd shit. And if you listening to this show, you gonna be a nerd too. Okay, so we're gonna start this off with Kissy Face, because I think this is the funniest thing I have seen in a while. Okay, like, I watched this on a TV show thinking it was funny, and y'all done made this real life. Of course, we're coming out of China. Chinese device allows users to kiss their significant others anywhere in the world. Okay. A Chinese contraption created for long-distance kissing has gone viral. The device, which features moving silicone lips, let users upload their kisses and receive others' kisses via an app. The app-driven device is available on Taobao and costs 260 yuan. Yuan? That's not yen. Approximately $37, according to South China Morning Post, and it uses sensors to mimic the actual pressure, movement, and heat of a kisser's lips. Long-distance couples can use the device to help them experience real intimacy, but users can also upload their kisses using the app's Kiss Square function for strangers to feel. The device was created by a university team in China's Jiangsu province, with Zhang Yong identified as the lead inventor, reported in Global Times. Look, I don't speak nothing Chinese, Mandarin. I don't speak no Mandarin. If I'm saying these names wrong, these provinces and everything wrong, this is not me trying to be ignorant or trying to be disrespectful. But one day when I have the production that I need to have, it'll be a little ear thing in my ear, and it'll be somebody in the back talking about, you ain't gonna keep Steve Harvey in these names, and they gonna say them to me, and I'm gonna say them right. But until then, I'm guessing. Okay. In my university, I was in a long distance relationship with my girlfriend, so we only contact with each other through the phone. That's where the inspiration of this device originated. You a lie. You a lie. That is not where the inspiration of this device originated. You're a stinking lie. This is where the device originated. Here we go.
I don't know about this, Howard.
What? You're having trouble with the long-distance lovemaking? This is your answer. There are two interfaces that simulate a human mouth. You have one, Priya has one in India. When you move your lips and tongue on yours, it transmits exactly what you're doing to hers. See? Internet kissing. Try. I don't think so.
I'll try it. Wait, like this?
Almost. Really get your tongue in there to activate the motion sensor.
Wait, like this?
Close. Really French it.
Better?
Yeah, you got it.
I'm impressed. This is very lifelike.
Well, you just bit my tongue.
Oh, I nibbled. I was being playful.
Why do you have to make everything weird?
Sorry. Better?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't hit the button. I'm sorry. I told y'all I'm doing all of this by myself. So basically what I was just saying was, there you go. Y'all can hear me now. So basically what I was saying was, if I catch you doing this right here, ain't no way. If you got to do this, you need to cheat. The hell with all that. I say, go ahead and cheat. Don't you be sitting up here sucking on some machine talking about you kissing somebody long distance. But what you can do is buy some of them panties. Y'all know them panties that vibrate? Baby, them things, hey, as long as you're not driving, those things are straight. You just walking around, all of a sudden you get a little you know what I'm saying? Be sitting up there at work giving out a presentation, and all of a sudden you get a little yeah, that's the way to start your day. Okay, let's keep it going. I'm all for that. I think that's cool. But don't you dare give me no kissing machine thinking I'm about to sit. No. That's not good science. But it's funny as hell. God, that's funny as hell. All right, y'all, let's see. Got a little bit more time. We definitely moving that one over here because that's funny as hell. We got close my refrigerator. Listen to this, you guys. I think this is so cool. I watch a lot of stuff on okay. Insight into sunshine. As an adult, I believe if I was a child, if I would have been exposed to some different things, that it's quite possible that I would have wanted to be an archaeologist when I grew up. I enjoy the idea that there were civilizations before us and they had technology that we can't understand and we can't figure out. I love the idea that they created writing in their own language, in their own way, and it didn't necessarily have to be letters, or it was more like symbols or hieroglyphs. All of that is extremely fascinating to me. The fact that we can't find Genghis Khan's burial site. The fact that what was I watching the other night? I was watching something about Attila the Hun. From the people who wrote history side, they feel as though Attila the Hun was one of the worst people that ever lived. But if you go to the places that he conquered and you go to the places where he was revered, he was seen as a great dictator. You know what I'm saying? So I love his story, history, his story. The person who won is the person who gets to come up with the spin of it, right? But from somebody else's perspective or point of view, it could be completely different, so that's really amazing to me, and I love that. So I found this article and I thought it was just as interesting. 5,000-year-old fridge found along with food found by archaeologists. Okay, so be it the Happeran, Mesopotamian, or Mohenjo-daro civilizations, there have been several instances when archaeologists have discovered the roots of our current lifestyle. These discoveries have given us proof that our ancestors were way ahead of us and were abreast with advanced technologies, which we might not be knowing. Recently, one such instance happened where the archaeologists made a fascinating discovery of the ruins of a tavern in southern Iraq that dates back almost 5,000 years. The finding is expected to shed light on everyday life in the first cities of the world. Okay, so if y'all don't know, they actually believe that back in antiquity, they figured out ways to create electricity as well. And that's fascinating within itself. So the fact that they found a refrigerator, I believe it. Recently, the U.S. Italian team made a discovery in ancient Langish ruins northeast of the contemporary city of Nazareth, which is already known for its earliest urban city centers of the Sumerian civilization of ancient Iraq. The town, now named Al-Habia, has become a site of significant importance to archaeologists, as in the past, many historical discoveries have been made here. It is located between the Euphrates and the Tigris rivers, and it's discovered that the city was developed on 4 marsh islands. During the Sumerian civilization, the region was divided into city-states, and each one of them was walled in and worshiped their deity. Following the excavations, the researchers found an open courtyard that was used for dining purposes, along with benches, an oven, ancient food relics, and a 5,000-year-old moisture wick structure that can be compared to a modern-day refrigerator to keep the food cool. The team also discovered colonical bowls that contained the remnants of fish. The project director, Holly Pittman, was quoted by AFP as saying, "So we've got the refrigerator, we've got hundreds of vessels ready to be served, benches where people would sit, and behind the refrigerator is an oven that would have been used for cooking food." As Holly explained, what we understand this thing to be is a place where people could come eat and that it's not domestic. In other words, they found a restaurant. They found a ancient restaurant. How dope is that? Okay. Or a food truck or whatever you want to call it. But this is so cool to me. We call it a tavern because beer is by far the most common drink, even more than water for the Sumerians. Noting that in which one of the temples excavated in the area, there was a beer recipe that was found in cuneiform tablet. I would really love if somebody made this beer. Okay. Like, could you imagine drinking a 5,000-year-old beer? I couldn't, because beer is nasty as hell, but I would love to see somebody who liked beer drink a 5,000-year-old beer. That sounds amazing. They found Khan's tomb. Send me the information. I want to know about it. Because everything that I saw or that I've been researching said that the way that the Mongols buried him was they dug a hole in the ground, right? They buried him with, of course, all of his riches and all of the things that you send a king with, like his concubines and horses and shit like that. And then they covered it up. And after they covered it up, they took 1,000 horses and had the horses trample over the space where he was buried so that it could never be found. And considering the fact that the Mongols were a civilization that was nomads, it could be anywhere. Like, it could be anywhere. Like, he conquered one of the biggest land masses of any dictator. So it could be anywhere. I'd really like to know that they found it, how they found it, like what they did. I think maybe LiDAR technology might have helped them find it. And if you don't know what LiDAR technology is, look it up. But it's where you have a plane, you're flying over, and it's kind of like radar, but it can go down into the dirt and stuff like that. They use that a lot over in the jungles to try to find the different stuff underneath all of the foliage and stuff like that. So I could see it if they said they use LiDAR technology, but how they find it? I want to know, how did they just stumble upon it? How they find it? But definitely send me a link, send me something to read up on, the scientific journal, wherever you found the information at, pass it on to me, because I would love to find that out. Like I said, I'm a big nerd and learning is fun. Okay. So if you find something that's interesting, whether it's scientific or not, send it my way. Cause I'm always interested. As per reports, archaeologists also found a recipe for ancient beer at the site. Also, it's been reported that excavations restarted at the site in 2019 as part of a joint project between the Penn Museum and the University of Cambridge and the State Board of Antiquities and Heritage in Baghdad, where they've been using new technology such as, I
I didn't even read this far and I said the same thing, such as drone photography and genetic analysis to secure data and information. The use of these modern techniques has enabled researchers to gain a better understanding of the Sumerian civilization and how people lived during that time. This is so cool to me. Like, I absolutely love this so much. So there you go. There you go. They found a refrigerator and some beer. And I think that's just so cool. I think that is so cool. Last one on the list for the day. You know what? I'm gonna save that, and I want to do a Ask the Hood. So let me go find me an Ask the Hood real quick, and we'll keep this thing going, and then we'll get out of here because it is almost time for me to wrap it up. But let me tell you something. I'll be right back tomorrow. I ain't gonna leave you hanging, baby. I got you tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna get right back here with some more information and some more conversation, right? So here's my Ask the Hood. Am I the asshole for not inviting my fiance's grandmother to our wedding? Here we go. I'm a 27-year-old female, and I recently got engaged to my boyfriend of 5 years. He's 29. We had a party at a restaurant with his family to celebrate. Towards the end of the meal, his grandmother stood up to make a speech. She's so happy we found each other and can't wait to see her oldest grandchild get married. You know, the typical sweet, sappy stuff. That was until she got to the end. She wrapped up her speech by saying, I think I speak for everyone when I say we're so happy you finally got over your gay phase, Calvin. Calvin is bisexual and he's dated men in the past. We all just sat there in shock and we didn't say anything, but we could tell that Calvin was upset. I didn't say anything at the restaurant because I didn't want to make a scene in public. But when we got to his parents' house, I fucking lost it. I started screaming at his grandma, like, what the hell is wrong with you? How can you say such hurtful and bigoted things towards your grandson? She just smiled at me and said that I said what everyone else was thinking. I demanded that she apologize, and when she refused, I told her she would not be getting an invitation to our wedding until she does. This caused an even bigger argument at this point, and I had enough, and Calvin was on the verge of tears, so we left. He didn't say anything to me for the rest of the night. Later, I found him sobbing in the kitchen, but he refused to talk to me. The next morning, I woke up to hundreds of texts and phone calls from different people. Calvin's dad, sisters, and cousins are on our side, but his mom, his aunts, and his uncles are not. I got a particularly nasty phone call from his mom calling me a selfish bitch for taking away her 80-year-old mother's opportunity to see her only grandchild get married. I told her wait, let me move down. I told her, well, if she wants to come, there is only one very simple thing she has to do. And then I hung up. I sat down with Calvin today and had a serious conversation with him about everything that happened. He apologized for giving me the cold shoulder, but he was very upset and overwhelmed with everything his family said, which is, why did you just look hateful behavior? No, I don't agree. TikTok misunderstood my live stream. Okay. I just got kicked off of TikTok because of this, y'all. And I just let them know that no, that's wrong. You need to bring me that one back. So we'll see how long this takes. I might be off of TikTok for another 5 days, y'all, because of this story. Anyways, he apologized for giving me the cold shoulder, but he was very upset and overwhelmed with everything his family said, which is understandable. He also told me that he's very grateful that I stood up for him, but after everything that happened, he would rather his grandma not come to our wedding at all. I told him I will always love him and support him in the decision he made, but I can't help to feel like I could have handled things better. I would have started a fight with his family. I wouldn't have started a fight with his family. I feel so guilty about it. So, Reddit, am I the asshole? No. No, 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 no. No, you're not the asshole. Let me tell you why you're not the asshole. Because you don't owe his family shit. You don't owe his family anything. You ain't fucking his family.
You and him lay down every night. You care about his feelings. And that's exactly what you did. And he reiterated to you that you did the right thing because he said, thank you for standing up for me. Okay, y'all, it's y'all against the world. Y'all about to get married, and you gonna come up to problems time and time again. And you gotta hope that when it come down to it, that he got your back the same way that you got his back. You showed this man that it don't matter if it's the Pope, if it's his grandma, or if it's the ops. You got his back, and you gonna go to war for him. That's what you just proved to your future husband. And I don't see nothing wrong with what you did, okay? Because come at me or mine, and I swear to God, I'll stand up for them every single time. Don't come at mine, because I'll say it to you, your mama, your grandma, or whoever else need to hear it. Okay, Calvin's past is Calvin's past. If Calvin would have decided that he wanted to marry a man, well, his grandma would have stood up and said, oh, I don't agree with this because you need to be with a woman, or I wish you would. I thought this was just a phase. No, absolutely not. It's unacceptable. And just because you feel a certain way don't mean it got to come out your mouth. She's talking about, I just said what everybody else was thinking. Well, y'all should have kept that shit in your head then. How about that? How about that? I don't say shit when you be sitting up here on the couch farting and shit, passing gas, because we you know what I'm saying? Please don't play with it. Please don't play with it. I do not like it when people want to be nasty for the sake of being nasty. And you think just because you're an elder that we got to respect you. Nah, baby, you can come to the front of this congregation too and get it too. Mess with me or mine. Yeah, I don't care. You can come to the front of this congregation and you can get this word, far as I'm concerned. And there it is. And there it T.I. is. What's up? So there's that. I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in to All Hustle No Fear. I got to get out of here and get ready for the next show. But you already know you can get more All Hustle No Fear at allhustlenofear.com. Okay. You can also catch behind the scenes. You can catch all of our events that we're at, interviews and things like that. You can also go to allhustlenofear.com to submit your music, to become an advertiser on All Hustle No Fear, or to book your interview. So I look forward to networking with you, working with you, and seeing all of the things that you are passionate about. Also, if you would like to have your very own show right here on the Hits 92.3 network, it is absolutely possible. We are looking for new shows, and all you have to do is hit up Hits. It's Hits 92.3 new show at gmail.com. Don't make me lie. Just go to allhustlenofear.com or All Hustle No Fear, or Hits 92.3 on Instagram, and look through our feed. We got all kinds of advertisements for it, all kind of posts, so that you can do that, or jump in my DM and I'll send it to you. Now, if you don't know how to do a radio show or a podcast, you don't know what a run a show is, you don't know anything about setting up interviews, all that kind of stuff, I am available for consultations. Yes, I will consult you on how to make your show amazing. And I don't know, I just got 496 episodes underneath my belt to help you do it. All right. So y'all make sure y'all hit me up as well, and I will help you hit your 500th episode. It's really easy. All it takes is consistency and focus. And I got both of them in droves, baby. Both of them. All right. This is All Hustle No Fear on Hits 92.3. Tomorrow is Friday. Yeah, tomorrow is Friday, and you already know on Fridays we drinking, we talking junk, and we talking about whatever is going on in the world of social media and make it make sense. So this is your chance right now to send me all of your funny Instagrams, things that you saw across social media that you feel like would crack me up and I need to play right here on the show. And that's exactly what I'll do. All right. Otherwise, y'all stay tuned. Next week on Thursday, if I don't miss any shows between now and Thursday, which I don't foresee happening, knock on wood. Thursday of next week will be my 500th episode, you guys. 500 episodes right here on Hits 92.3. I've been doing this since August of 2019. I started with 1 episode a week. I worked my way up to 2 episodes a week, 3 days a week, and now I'm here 5 days a week on the Hits 92.3 platform, and I absolutely love it. I made a plan saying that, you know, I'm going to be the #1 show on Hits. I am the flagship show for Hits. I am the #1 show on Hits. And not only that, I also get to engineer all of the other show on Hits, which just is a blessing in itself for me. And I absolutely appreciate the fact that I get to do something that I love, love, love. Okay. So thank you guys so much for the support. If you're watching this on social media like Facebook, please just hit the share button. Just hit that shows me so much love, because y'all share it, and then I go back and I can see that y'all share it, and I can see that y'all got 200, 300, 400 views off of your share. That means so much to me, and I love it abundantly. So thank you guys so much for all of the love. Thank you for all of the support. If you guys want to send monetary donations, they're always going to go towards All Hustle No Fear. I need some new toothbrushes. If you don't know, I pass out toothbrushes and I say, you know, you need to keep my name in your mouth, because it's a morning show and I don't like coffee, so I'm pass out toothbrushes. What's the first thing you do in the morning? Brush your teeth and listen to All Hustle No Fear. So my toothbrushes, for a pack of, I think 1,000, it cost me about $150. If you want to show some love for that, just All Hustle, AHNF 92.3 ATL, or it's up here somewhere. You can send it and put in the notes 4 toothbrushes. Allocate that money specifically towards that. I also go out to a lot of events and I need new microphones, because the microphones that I have, unfortunately, they don't filter out the background noise. So I need these really good Rode microphones. They're on my Amazon wish list, but if you want to help out and you want to donate to the cause, you know, just put 4 microphones and I'll save that money up until I got enough of it to purchase those microphones, or anything else that I need here. We need a couple of marketing materials and different stuff like that. So I appreciate all the love and help that I get. Everybody who's ever sent me money for lunch, thank you so much. It means a ton. And just going forward, showing the love, giving back, and doing all that I can to promote you, show the world who you are on my platform is what I'm going to do. Have adult conversations that are interesting, intriguing, and insightful. And I'm going to keep doing that, and y'all going to keep listening, and we going to grow. All right. What's up, Rodney Watson? Yeah. T Slick was in the place today. Not only that, he called in and was a part of the show. So thank you so much for sending people to us, and we appreciate you too, Rodney. Y'all make sure y'all check out Rodney with King Improvement Solutions. He will fix up your place, make it look good, and all that other stuff. And if you've got a business that you want me to shout out, drop in my DM. I'm doing shout outs for $25. Okay, so I'll shout you out not only on the internet but also on social media. And that's really great if you can't necessarily commit to the advertising for a month, but you just want a quick shout out. So y'all make sure y'all check me out. And I'm gonna stop talking now and let y'all listen to some music. I'm very grateful for everything that I've been able to create and do here. And so we're gonna go ahead and just play some Gratitude by Londrell, and get out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
I gotta be thankful because I know someone lost their life today. And so every moment I endeavor to live life the righteous way, to serve with a sense of purpose and let love light the way. Even if I die today, that's just the price I pay. Just know I try to be kind and seek the divine every night and day. Gratitude for the sunrise, gratitude for the sunshine, gratitude for the moonlight. Every day feels like a new life, especially when I meditate. Take a breath and then I elevate. Everything deserves gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. Gratitude is the fruit of life. The nourishment of the soul when there's no food in sight. When your vibrations are low and you feel blue inside. Gratitude is the attitude that gets you through the night. Never believe in lack or limitations. Anything can be manifested with a little appreciation. I appreciate my life. I appreciate my breath. I appreciate my sight. Gratitude for my health. Gratitude is the happiest mood. Even if I happen to lose, everything deserves gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. With a heart full of gratitude and a mind full of peace. It's how you should live. It's how you should be. With a heart full of gratitude and a mind full of peace. That's how you should love. That's how you stay free. Yeah, 2020 AD. I just wanna make love. I just wanna make peace. I just wanna stay free. 2020 AD. I just wanna make love. I just wanna make peace. I just wanna stay free. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am Sunshine Reigns with All Hustle, No Fear, and we are radio that you have to watch. That's right. We are radio that you need to tune into to watch all of the fun that is going down here at the Hits 92.3 station. So what I need you to do is follow me at All Hustle, No Fear on YouTube, or follow Hits 92.3 on Facebook, and tune in Monday through Friday from 7 to 10 a.m.